really fun classes. And I think for me, I know it was a pivotal moment for me in my life. And then also like little Amelia, now she like loves yoga. Like she's a little yogi.
So yeah, balance is a huge word in terms of what yoga has given me. I feel in just for me, when I started practicing yoga like 20 years ago, it really offered me this just awareness of my body and acceptance of my body that helped me find balance. It kind of all came together naturally. Like it was, it's like when I was able to become in touch with myself, when I was comfortable with my body, when I loved my body and felt it, then I was just able to do what it needed. I was able to eat better. I was able to rest better. I was able to drink less alcohol and, stay up, go to sleep earlier and just do all the good things that are just now just a part of my life and keep me healthy. But definitely just, helping me be in touch and accept and be aware, allowed to bring that balance. And without a doubt, that's an everyday, coming back to those poses, coming back to that breath, always brings me back, if something is stressing me out or taking me off that, something is taking me out of balance, like, or just having a child and the changes of life that brought, coming back to my yoga routine, coming back to my time to be with myself, just was able to put me in that place again. So brought me there the first time it was honestly like an image. I had this, like, I think we tried yoga in my high school gym class, and we were just sitting in like seated posture. And I just felt so good in a way that I never felt. I felt at ease in a way that I'd never felt. And that feeling, I just kept searching, like an addict searches for that high. I just kept wanting that feeling. And I think honestly, that's what it is, to come back to it. And it's without a doubt, what has kept it up was that, every time in my life when there's been moments that have felt, that I've gotten more stressed out, or I've felt, unclear about my life, or I felt like I wasn't eating well, or I wasn't feeling healthy, or I was feeling stressed out, or I was unhappy for some reason, coming back to that place just always made it better.
So I guess a two-part question. Where did I find it? I think it found me because I was just so unhappy with my reflection. And I was at a point where I had just come from my brother's funeral, and getting that unconstructive criticism from my family in Haiti that I was so fat and ugly. So I needed to do something, lose weight. Nothing hits you harder than family. I tell you, they have no kind of, especially a Caribbean family, no kind of filter. So it really found me because I was like, I need to do something. I'm tired of hearing these things. And I hated it when I first started because it wasn't like I was doing it for myself. So I went about it, I started it the wrong way. You know what I mean? And then later on, I found like at-home fitness, and I was uncomfortable in the gym. I was uncomfortable around other people on the track. It just wasn't my groove. I felt very shameful, because I was so big, and it's just like, I felt like everyone was staring. But then when I found at-home fitness, I really took a step back and I fell in love with the process. And then it started to become my stress reliever. And as I ticked off days of the programs that I finished, and those little milestones, like, oh my God, I did a week. Oh my God, I have an inch off, and this was about 7 years ago. I started with at-home fitness, and I just kept chipping away. And the gratitude that I had for what my body could do was insane. And anytime that I felt like I was frustrated, anytime, because I am a true Scorpio, so I am hot-headed. So whenever I had any kind of feeling, I put it on the mat. And then with my postpartum depression, that is where I just really let go on the mat. And the days that I didn't even know what myself looked like, fitness was there. Health and wellness was there. to help me, to remind me, as Sims would say, I can do hard things, and remind me that I'm still in there, even though I don't see myself right now in this reflection, I'm still deep down in there. So it just getting on the mat, picking up the weights, sweating it out, it brought me back to a place of calm. And the only kind of yoga that I usually do would be heated yoga. I'm not really good at the downward dog thing. I'm very, if you can't tell, very rough. So I like to throw weights, and I'm that person. I don't think I have gym etiquette. Like if I were ever go to the gym, I don't know how I would react, because I literally slam my weights down. I'm like, ugh, I don't think I can do that in a gym. But yeah, fitness really found me in the beginning, and I then fell in love with it as I learned what it could do for me, not physically, aside from physically, but just mentally, and how it can just transform me. And literally just yesterday, I was having a meeting, and when it was over, I was so frustrated, and I was just like, I need to just like channel this energy. I hopped on my spin bike, and I was like, all right, I'm good. The endorphins are insane. So that's what it does for me.
I love that. I love that, especially that last part, because I think me and you touched on that a little bit. Just like that balance, and like if you're having a rough day and you can't take it out somewhere, you need to take it out on the bike.
Yes, on the mat, on the bike, on anything. You pick up that cadence, you run as fast as possible. I'm very fortunate to have a nice, decent set of equipment in my home gym, so I get to pick my poison. I'm like, all right, I want to do a boot camp. I want to run. I want to just play a video. I want to, whatever it is, I am so blessed and fortunate to just literally Russian roulette and see how I'm going to have therapy that day. And I know there is a place for like therapy, but this is my form of like therapy. So
I can relate to a lot what the ladies before me said, because I feel the same thing with like you have to do whatever works for you, right? Like for me, meditation is my safe haven. If I can meditate today, you don't want to meet me if I didn't meditate the morning. Like, no, like that's something that first thing I wake up, I have to do it, because that's before I let in all the noise of the world, like before I look at my phone, before I really let all the thoughts like just, you know, crush in, I really feel like that's my safe haven and I need to do it just to kind of like get ready for the world, you know? And that's something that's I've been doing it for like 14 years. So that's something that I feel like that's like a huge thing for me that helps keep the balance. Because again, if I don't do it, like I can constantly feel it that, oh my gosh, what's going on with me? Like, oh shoot, I forgot to meditate. Like it doesn't really happen, but if it does, I can see and feel the difference. It can be really like a huge thing for me when it comes to that.